Water Valley Blue Devil football is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Yallowbushy Hospital and Nursing Home, Turnage Drug Store, Valley Tool Incorporated, Farm Bureau Insurance, Tri-Lake Eye Clinic, Luke's Body Shop, Black & Associates, MIDTOWN Auto Parts, Coffeyville Main Street Insurance, Crow Martin PLLC, C.W. White Incorporated, Horan & Horan PLLC, Fisher Properties, Shelter Insurance, Vans Furniture and Laundry, and Mechanics Bank. And now with all the play-by-play action, here's Steve Lindsay and Chad Franks.
Welcome, Blue Devil fans, to week number 7 of Water Valley Blue Devil football. The Blue Devils this week have traveled up Highway 9 all the way to 7-9, right? Well, 9 turns into 7, right?
Well, it's at the split.
At the split.
We're a little bit north of the split.
You were a little north. Okay. An hour or 40 minutes north of the split. To take on the Hawks of Holly Springs. Holly Springs this year has posted a good record, Chad. I mean, we're looking down at the records and we're 5-1. Water Valley's 5-1. Yeah. The problem, though, with that is what I hear is Holly Springs have been playing a few soft ball clubs.
They have.
So, you know, you might look at a schedule like this or look at their record and say, well, this is going to shape up to be a really good ball game, and it still might. You never really know. That's why we play the games. But I think it's telling to look at the notes of a little bit of the history and some of the things that go on within a team. You were just talking about a little while ago. It's the 50th meeting.
Wow. Between
the Blue Devils and the Hawks, and that is a lot of meetings. Man, it is what did we figure out? It's the second most
behind Water Valley and Senatobia, I believe is what Bob said.
So, I was just reading a couple other things about Holly Springs. They've been shut down. They've been shut out 14 times in this series, right? But the one thing that stood out to me the most in the last 12 quarters, Water Valley's defense has only given up 1 touchdown. And that's 3 games. Woo. Right?
Against the Hawks,
Against the Hawks, right. Against this team that we're playing tonight, Water Valley defense has been on lockdown. So, and we've been bragging a lot this season about how well our defense is playing. That's not good for them historically.
No, that's right. And coming off, such a disappointing effort. I'm going to use the word effort from last week, and
don't get me started.
Things just didn't fall our way, and for us to have played and had the trouble that we did, and only to have lost to a great team by 1 point, it really gives us a lot of opportunity looking forward, clean a few of those things up, and there's going to be several games down the stretch here that I think are certainly going to go in our favor. The fact that they're not scoring a whole bunch against Water Valley historically over the past several games, for us that probably does bode well, and I think our defense will certainly keep that pattern up tonight.
We're looking at the offensive and defensive outputs from both of the teams. Water Valley is averaging 33.3 points on offense and giving up only 9 on defense. Holly Springs is scoring 40 points a game and only giving up 8.6 points on defense.
Yeah.
Think about that. And so, as much as you want to bring history into it,
it's a new year.
You got to play this game, and it may be one of those that we run the clock, and it may be one of those tough ones. But this week, Chad's a little different. This is where it all starts for the Blue Devils as far as district play. Mm-hmm. Last week was a 3A game, but not in the district. So this week it actually counts against playoffs.
Yep.
So the Water Valley Blue Devils are going to have to come on in, and we're beat up. We're coming in beat up. We've got, as far as I can remember, Marley Cook's still not 100%. He's got a little ankle problem. Tay Rucker's got an ankle problem. He probably won't play much at all, if any. Martavius Rocket's going to be out for a couple of weeks minimum with the reoccurring growing injury. John Surratt was a little banged up from a soccer match. And coaches weren't happy with that. But I reminded them quickly that that's one of the reasons that he is as good as he is kicking the football. So give, okay?
That's right.
Let
That's
it go. there's a few other dings and things like that on the Water Valley side of the ball, but still, all in all, a really powerful offensive line. Defense is playing their rear ends off. We just cannot, like you said last week, we cannot give 4 interceptions, 2 fumbles, and expect to win ball games if you're going up against a formidable opponent.
Absolutely.
So this week, Water Valley looks to get back on the winning track and get a district win. And next week, I want to remind everyone, next week is homecoming at Bobby Clark Field. We're going to take on MS Palmer next week at home, homecoming.
And if I'm not mistaken, I've seen some chatter on Facebook. I know there's a Facebook group for the boosters and the football team and stuff like that. So if if you follow that, I believe they're working toward trying to organize, maybe even starting the tradition of having some tailgating for a homecoming this year.
Yeah, I mean, we've been a couple of places in the last 2 or 3 years, and their homecomings were rocking. North Panola, man, they had $100,000 RVs pulled up. Man, I'm telling you, it was loaded down, kids everywhere, and it was a good time. As far as usually when you get a crowd of people, there's some stuff goes on.
Yeah.
No, we didn't hear anything, man. It's homecoming is supposed to be where you get together and you share a school spirit and you share a brother or a sisterhood, with your old classmates and stuff like that, and everybody get along and have a good time.
That's right.
We're going to take a break right now, and when we come back, Bob Murphree will give us a rundown on the history between the Water Valley Blue Devils and the Holly Springs Hawks. Right after this, you're watching Blue Devil football.
Turnage Drug Store, the guardian of your health for over 110 years, is Water Valley's own locally owned pharmacy. Benny, Bobby, and the staff can help you with your prescriptions and over-the-counter meds. Turnages not only has medications you need, but gift items for your family. Stop in and set a spell and have something refreshing from the old-fashioned snack bar. Over 110 years of serving you and your family. Turnage Drug Store on Main Street in the heart of downtown Water Valley.
Complete Body Repair. They do headliner replacement, vinyl top replacement, air conditioner repair, lockout service, and most any other body repair your vehicle would need. Luke's Body Shop has 24-hour towing, free estimates for any job. Ask about their coast-to-coast carports, buildings, and garages. When you're in need of body repair, take your vehicle to Luke's Body Shop, South Main Street in Water Valley. Open weekdays 8 till 5.
Coffeyville Insurance and Main Street Insurance offer a variety of insurance to meet you and your family's needs through such companies as Allstate, MetLife, AIG, Zurich, Drive By Progressive, plus many more companies. Tyler Wortham, Beverly Freer, Jan Wortham, and Marlene Guzman invite you to stop by for your home, auto, health, life, commercial, and motorcycle insurance needs. Coffeyville Insurance Agency on Depot Street, across from the bank, and Main Street Insurance in Water Valley, next to Valley Lumber.
Blue Devils are getting warmed up. We've got just about 15 minutes left on the clock before this thing gets kicked off. Bob is going to give us a rundown now on the history between the Blue Devils and the Hawks. Bob, what say you?
All right, as you guys mentioned, yes, it has been a long history between Water Valley and Holly Springs. Again, we'll mention that it is the 50th meeting between the Blue Devils and Hawks, making it the second longest history in Blue Devil history. Now, the overall series, Water Valley leads 35-12-2. First meeting goes back to 1942. We were fairly young back at that time. On October the 21st, won 21-0. The last meeting, of course, was last year. Water Valley won 48-0. That happened on September 29th of 2017. Games here in Holly Springs, Water Valley leads 14-7-2. Both teams are former members of the Tri-Lake Conference. That was back in the 70s before the playoff system was implemented. Let's see here. Water Valley has lost to Holly Springs only once since 2001, or has not lost, since 2008, which was Coach Emery's very first year of head coaching here at Water Valley. Holly Springs, again, has been shut out 14 times in the series since here's some astronomical numbers, guys, when it comes to losing. Since 1981, Holly Springs has had only 3 winning seasons.
Wow.
That was 1994, 1995, and 4 years ago in 2014. They've had 30 losing seasons and 10 winless years for a total of 40 losing seasons. and 4 even seasons during that time since 1981. 1981, the year that marks when the playoff system began and the conferences ended at that time. On this date in Blue Devil history, Water Valley's record is a good one, 6-3-1 for September the 28th. So, guys, that's some history between the two teams.
See, that's what we were reading through. And we get to all that history, and you're thinking, well, there's no way. But then what's really makes you we're down a little bit with some injuries.
Yep.
And then you look at this offensive output out of Holly Springs and the defensive conservative, they're just not giving up points. And you're thinking, well, this could shape up to be a pretty good football game tonight, Chad. So,
What do you know?
Well, the coaches all are confident. I want to be confident, but we always, I look at these numbers and you can kind of guesstimate, but they're saying not so much, not on this one. So we'll find out. We'll be back for the coin toss and the kickoff when we come back. You're watching Blue Devil football.
There's a special quality of life we enjoy here in our area, a way of life you don't find just anywhere. And at Mechanics Bank, we're working together with you to keep a good thing growing. It's that hometown feel, that commitment to make sure you get not just words and empty promises, but genuine, helpful financial service from local people who share your values and have a heart for your community. Standing strong, standing the test of time. Mechanics Bank.
Valley Tool Incorporated of Water Valley, serving Yalobusha County for 2 decades, are proud supporters of Water Valley High School athletics. Valley Tool makers of fixtures, gauges, jigs, specialized tooling, precision grinding, production machining, and injected mold repair. Valley Tool with locations in the Industrial Park off of Highway 32 West and Railroad Street in Water Valley. Locally owned and operated by Casey Washington since 1997.
When did insurance companies start emailing handshakes? Why is a billboard the only place you see your agent's face? Who decided you can't have good rates and good coverage? If you're questioning your insurance options, get real answers from a real person with a Farm Bureau Insurance Get Real review. It's simple, quick, and tailored just for you. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
See agents Chuck Upchurch, Don Gray, and Bradley Brown. C.W. White Incorporated Petroleum Products in Water Valley supports Blue Devil football as well as academics. In business since 1946, has been selling quality petroleum products at reasonable prices for those 60-plus years. C.W. White offers local express fuel with ethanol and non-ethanol-free gasolines. Open 24/7 on Wise Street. Also, additional locations of local express and Phillips 66 gasolines in Charleston, Batesville, Sardis, and Senatobia. Wishing the best for the Blue Devils this season.
All right, we're back. The Blue Devils are coming on the field. If the video looks a little dim, Jeff Roberts, we all need to pray for him. He is going to call this ball game from standing on top of the Water Valley bus over there. This is the second time we've caught him in the act of standing on a bus. Last year, at MS Palmer, yep. And then now this year at Holly Springs. He is definitely probably going to be a little bit one to watch during the game because he gets excited.
He does, absolutely.
And, he might fall off that thing.
I'm a little worried about the dew on top of the bus.
Right. Well, the one good thing he's still young enough. A fall from 10 feet probably won't hurt him as badly as it would hurt somebody of my age.
Yes, you're gonna say our age, weren't you?
Well, I didn't want to bring anybody else in on board. I just if you want to bring yourself, that's fine. But Holly Springs is on the field, y'all. This is. We're looking at the stats. It's time to play the game, but my feelings are getting better. Feelings are getting better just by looking at the two teams. Dre McCray gets a boot into it, sends it down to about the 20-yard line, and it rolls and gets picked up. And Holly Springs return guy gets nailed. Number
11, Javarius Benson bringing him down on the stop there.
Benson, he plays everything.
He does, and does everything well.
Well, there's a lot. We have a lot of guys like Darius Tolbert and McIntosh and Isaiah. Said plays both ways a lot. You know, we have a lot of guys that play both ways and play special teams, and they do really well. 1st and 10, Holly Springs will start this thing off at their own 25-yard line. Quarterback number 2 runs out, and he's in trouble and brought down. Nate Murphy he wasn't fooled on that play at all.
Not at all.
Looked like to be a design pass play, but by the time he got back and rolled out like a naked bootleg, but really normally you're going to naked bootleg, try to throw something in the flat on this side, on that side that you bootleg to, but
he never really got to set that play up though. Nate was on him in a hurry. Bringing back, was that about 2nd and 17 or so?
Yeah, something in that neighborhood. It's going to be ugly. Quarterback gets the ball and hands off to number 35, going around the left side. Flag flies.
I believe there's going to be some holding.
That is in the area. Number 35 is not on the roster. Maybe it's number 36, Daryl Anderson.
I think it was 36. Now, the one thing I can say, although the lighting is a little dim, I love the contrast on the numbers. Yeah. And I believe it was 36. That's a long way across there because we're 50 yards or more off the field.
We're up on the hill tonight. We're in our favorite spot when we come to Holly Springs. We're right behind the bleachers, up on the hill. It's easy to pull right up and unload.
It is, yes.
Now that's going to bring up 2nd, and I can't even tell you how far, maybe 30.
Woo.
2nd and 30 for the
Hawks. 27
Hawks.
On the scoreboard.
I'll trust them on that. Trips right. The quarterback's going to hum it in the slot, but he threw it behind the receiver. That was number 6 who intended for. It was Marquise Turnage. That's going to bring 3rd down, and man, you'd have to almost throw a Hail Mary here just to get a 1st down.
Just to have the opportunity. That's right.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of quarterbacks that could probably throw the ball that far.
The kid last week, and Darius Coffey had an arm on him. He was not the most accurate, but he could throw the ball.
So Holly Springs is going to come up, trips right, single left, single running back. Quarterback takes the ball. He's looking downfield. He throws it way down the sideline and overthrows the receiver. Yeah, that's just a risky play anyway.
It was. Yep.
Well, Hawks had one-on-one coverage out there, and that's probably really, to be honest, going to be their best bet is to isolate a defender and try to go after
and just
Water Valley.
Just hope for a good catch, good pass, good pattern.
Well, the Hawks punter is way back in the end zone.
He's almost behind the.
And his back foot is on the line right now. I don't know what he's doing. He comes forward. Rugby style kicking, it barely went 10 yards and rolls out to the 32-yard line. And I'm going to tell you what, Chad, if that ball, it could have been blocked very easily.
Yep, it was very low.
It didn't get 7-8 feet off the ground and then hit around the 25 and then rolled another 15 yards or 10, 12 yards. They actually mark it. Look at this. They actually mark it at the 33. That's crazy. How?
Wow.
The ball came to rest at the 32. Jacob Trussin, the quarterback, gets the ball right off the right side. He's going to pull off 7 before he gets brought down.
Kind of an interesting starting package. It was Jacob, number 16, and number 10, Dre McCray. And, of course, we talked about that coming up here that, we knew we would have to throw a few different things at them this week just because of personnel and injuries.
So Truss in the ball game. Yeah, slot left. Truss gets the ball. He keeps it, but there's penetration, and he's brought down for a loss. Man, that's almost all the way back to the original line of scrimmage, back to the 32-yard line now. So it'll be 3rd and about
almost
long
9,
8, almost 9. That's a
long way.
Short 9, long 8. So the tip that I got from Coach Embry pregame was that we're going to just line up and run right at them. So it may not be a very high-scoring game out of the Blue Devil offense. We'll have to see, but we're going to pound the ball, and that's what we're talking about. Dre's having a hard time. He needed a week to get ready for this offense. Truss keeps it around the right side. Uh-oh, flag
I think we're gonna have
flies.
some holding again.
Maybe a hold right there. If they don't accept the penalty, it'll be 4th down and about 1 or 2. If they accept the penalty, it'll be 3rd and about
12, maybe?
18.
Yeah, farther than that. My bad. Yeah.
Blaine Clark comes in the ball game. They will accept the penalty.
You know, just the math tells you that it's probably easier to take them back and try to hold them again versus, you know, just that 1 yard. And we're not in punting. I mean, we would have gone for it, I believe,
Right.
there. And, you know.
Well, this situation right here is a throw it up. Bud is a single receiver right on this play. We've got
we got Welch out here on the outside.
Cahill Houston in the slot on the near side and Jacob Welch on the very near side. Blaine's going to throw it, looking for Welch over
Welch.
there, but he just couldn't
Yeah.
get off his defender.
Yeah.
It's going to bring up 4th down and a punt out of the Blue Devils. I thought we might want to rather go down the field to Bud, throw it up high and deep, and just let him try to run under one, even if it's picked off. It's like a long
It's
punt.
like a long punt. That's right. That's right.
Pin them back deep.
Looks like, I feel like we're trying a couple of things tonight. You know,
Yeah,
we
I think
talked
so.
about that at the end of last week's game, and, you know, maybe the opportunity to do something a little different, you know, try to polish a few new things.
Jacob Truss gets a snap. He boots it, and it's going to be a pretty good one if we can down it inside the – there it
Yeah,
is.
look at that.
Inside
That's
the
Houston,
goal.
isn't it?
Oh, did he roll in the – okay, no, he got it on the 1 yard line.
Wow.
That's what we're talking about right there. He snagged the ball before it rolled in the end zone and rolled a couple of yards. We got a favorable spot on that because
I
it
think,
really should be
yeah.
the 4 yard line
Yeah.
or the 3 at least. So, nevertheless, the Hawks they're backed up way on the – they're in the shadow of their own end zone. So Jacob Truss is – well, now he's coming out. He was going to play defense, and now he's coming on out.
Number 23, DeMicah Herbie's
Micah.
in.
Now we got flags flying on the snap.
It's going to have to probably be false start.
That's encroachment.
Oh.
Encroachment on Water Valley.
Well.
So looks like somebody was lined up off sides.
That is fairly uncharacteristic of us. You know, we've had some just very inopportune penalties over the past couple of weeks that we've just beaten to death. I know that, but that one's kind of out of character for us.
Yeah, well, you know, as we were just talking about that. I don't know if it was you or who I was talking about. I don't mind an offside every now and then or a false start every
Those are
now and
just
then.
some aggressive penalties, yeah.
The mental errors, you know, like where you do something really out of character. Handed off to the near side, and that was tackled by Isaiah. Or was that Isaiah?
That's number 29.
29, that was Tolbert.
Yep.
Little Tolbert.
Little Tolbert.
Pickup of about seven or 8 on the play. Second and about 3. We'll call it 3. It's a short 3. The atmosphere is just dead out here right now. It's so quiet. The Water Valley fans on the other side of the field can probably hear us talking.
That's a long way across there, Steve.
It is. Holly Springs, number 2, gets a snap. Tried a little dump pass. It's intercepted.
My goodness.
Run in for a touchdown by McIntosh, it looks like.
Keldrick McIntosh.
Keldrick McIntosh, I will call it about a 3 or 4 yard touchdown on the interception. It was just going to be a dump pass over his head, but he jumped up and snagged it,
Well,
ran
looks
it
like,
on in.
I think it hit someone's fingertips, and
May
Bob,
have.
this will be a good one to replay for sure. But I think somebody maybe tipped it, or it certainly was not a great pass, but I don't think it was the pass. I think something impeded it a little bit.
It didn't. It was a little wobbly.
Yep.
So John Surratt on for the extra point. John had roughed his back up in a soccer game this past Saturday, and he hasn't been practicing all week, but he seems like he's okay in pregame, so let's see what happens. Welch gets a snap down. It's a good snap. Good kick. It is good.
Good.
So the Blue Devils on the board quick on defense. The 6:55 mark in the first quarter, 7-0. The Blue Devils are up. We'll go to break and be right back. You're watching Blue Devil football.
The Grenada Law Firm of Horan and Horan specializes in criminal and civil law. Attorneys Kevin Horan, Jimmy Powell, and Brad Dagnall are ready and prepared to fight for your rights. They will explain today's complex legal procedures and provide individual attention. When you need experience and dedication, let them go to work for you. Contact them at 226-2185 or stop by 1500 Gateway in Grenada. A family practice since 1926.
There's a special quality of life we enjoy here in our area, a way of life you don't find just anywhere. And at Mechanics Bank, we're working together with you to keep a good thing growing. It's that hometown feel, that commitment to make sure you get not just words and empty promises, but genuine, helpful financial service from local people who share your values and have a heart for your community. Standing strong, standing the test of time. Mechanics Bank.
All right, we're back. Dre McCray puts a foot in it. It hits the ground on 4, but picked up by the Holly Springs return guy. He brings it out. He's still running, and he gets pulled down from behind at the 24-yard line. 23, 24-yard line is where the Hawks will start their third possession. Man, we were just talking about when's the last time you saw a 4-yard interception return?
It's been a while.
We got trips on the far side for the Hawks. Single right. Uh-oh, a little movement up front, no flag. He gives off the ball to number 3, who's, man, he got hit maybe for a loss, Chad. They're going to back it up a yard. Loss of 1. The timeout. It's a 6:11 in the first quarter already. Already we got a timeout on a cool night.
Really cool. Coolest one we've had.
We'll take a break with them and be right back for second down. Right after this, you're watching Blue Devil football.
Coffeyville Insurance and Main Street Insurance offer a variety of insurance to meet you and your family's needs through such companies as Allstate, MetLife, AIG, Zurich, Drive By Progressive, plus many more companies. Tyler Wortham, Beverly Freer, Jan Wortham, and Marlene Guzman invite you to stop by for your home, auto, health, life, commercial, and motorcycle insurance needs. Coffeyville Insurance Agency on Depot Street, across from the bank, and Main Street Insurance in Water Valley, next to Valley Lumber.
Something good is waiting for you at Van's Furniture and Laundry in Water Valley. Living room sets, bedding, sofas, and a great selection of furnishings for your home. Ashley, Simmons, Franklin, American, too many remarkable brand names to mention. 12 months same as cash and up to 24 months financing. Van's Laundry cleans all types of school and work uniforms. 10% discount to all military, first responders, and ministers. Van's Furniture and Laundry located in the same building in Cash Saver Shopping Center, Water Valley.
At Yalobusha General Hospital, we're not stuck in the past. We strive for excellence in everything from our highly trained staff to our top-notch patient care, as well as our one-of-a-kind physical therapy department. And with our recently updated facilities, you'll not only get the best in patient care, but the latest technology for the most accurate diagnosis and treatments. We're not afraid of the future. We're making it happen at Yalobusha General Hospital.
A better quality of care awaits you here at Yalobusha General Hospital.
I guess that was a heat timeout, Chad, but there's not much heat. It's actually a nice, cool night. I actually got long sleeves on. They're rolled up, but I've got them on if I need them.
I could stand a cup of coffee. Right about a cup of coffee timeout.
Holly Springs lines up. Trips left. The ball hit the ground. Flag comes in. Number 3 jumps on it. What is that chaos?
Oh, man.
So number 3 is Kadarion Lumpkin. Number 2, the quarterback, Dylan King. We used to have a Dylan King. Water Valley was going to decline the penalty. It was looked like a false start or something like that on the offense, and yeah, it was false start. That'll back them up 5. It'll be, well, no, that's third down. So we declined the penalty. Good. trips right, single left. Oh, and another bad snap out of Holly Springs. And they're going to get the ball. They get it back. Number 3 gets it back for Holly Springs. But, man, they're down there. It's going to be 4th down and 30 again, Chad, from their own 4-yard line. I mean, this is very reminiscent of the last series. This is going to be one of those nights for you, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's the night that I left my notebook at home, so I'm having to write all this so I can remember the Dunn's Country Store scoring summary. May have a long note on my phone.
Oh, now there's a flag on the punt.
Pretty good punt, though, for
the
situation.
Good.
Yeah.
But now look at this. Look who's back to return the ball.
The referee.
No. Well, he's the one that came up with it, but Bud's back to return the punt. It's the first time I've seen Bud back there to return a punt.
I like that idea.
Hey, you got to get him ready because Rocket is out this week, so Bud's going to be your return guy. Holly Springs, a little breathing room this time. It's a quick kick, straight up in the air. It might go 25 yards. Oh, he didn't even field it. You got a fair catch that one.
Down to 39.
Just gave him 7 yards. The ball is going to be down to the 39-yard line of the Hawks. So that's where Water Valley will take over.
You know, him being certainly not new to being on the field, but, not having been back in punt formation and stuff. We were pretty bad. I told you I graduated from Manatee High. We were pretty bad at fielding punts. We had our coach sometimes would stand on the sideline and he would yell for everyone to get back.
Well, it's not as easy as people think.
No.
I love messing around with kids, trying to catch punts. Blaine Clark in the ball game gives it off to Jacob Truss. He got a few. He got about 3 or 4.
Kind of a
just pounding.
A little high price to pay though. He got kind of walloped there a little time or two.
Yeah, we're just, that's like Coach Emery said, we're just going to line up and run it right at him. So, yeah, he might be sore tomorrow. Blaine's quarterback, Truss is running back, slot left, single right. Blaine gets a snap, gives off to Truss again up the middle, up the middle. He got hit by number 33 for the Hawks. And he pushed it. He got 1 yard.
Yeah, so about 3rd and 6.
That was Joshua Kimball on the tackle.
Let's see, and maybe you noticed this or said this already, but Grant Burris is in on offense too.
Tight end, yep. He's we're running a little bit different personnel tonight. Clark's gonna get the snap, hands off to Truss right up the middle. He didn't get the first down,
no,
but
he
close.
made a little sidestep that time and didn't get hit right there at the waist.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and about 4, and it looks like a solid 4.
Yeah.
So Paris Adams comes to the ball game. We're not going to punt this one. It's going to be 4-down territory with the defense and the way the Hawks are running their offense. It's no need. So Blaine Clark has 2 guys back with him, Truss, and I can't see the other guy. We have looked twice to try to get the ball. He's going to hold it. 1 second on the clock. We're going to back up. That is our punt team is what it is. That is Grant Burris. Lined up, our punt team lined up in an offensive formation.
Just to see if we could draw them. That's right. Yeah.
And then now you're going to back up and back up 5 yards, give the punter a little room and let him freely kick it as hard as he wants to hit it. So the Hawks have 2 return guys. They have a short guy, short kick guy, and a long kick guy. This one's going to go and hit around the 15-yard line and roll towards the end zone. Stop the ball. It gets inside the 5, down to about the 4. Holly Springs just can't get out of inside their own 10-yard line.
These kids are starting way in the hole on every series so far.
Right. Yeah, well, their first series of the game was
the
32-yard line or something like that.
But then they just kept going backwards.
They kept going backwards. That's right. So they've ended up punting from the end zone each series.
Yeah. Well,
except
for the one that we got the bobble and the interception. Yeah.
So Water Valley offense is kind of dead tonight. They were not throwing the ball. We're kind of different personnel trying
like
to.
We got some bad gas or something.
Right.
You know, from
the defense.
Water
is,
in the tank or something.
The defense is on it. We got a timeout. Holly Springs with 2 minutes and 56 seconds to go in the first quarter. We'll take a break and be back for first down in just a minute. You're watching Blue Devil football.
Turnage Drug Store, the guardian of your health for over 110 years, is Water Valley's own locally owned pharmacy. Benny, Bobby, and the staff can help you with your prescriptions and over-the-counter meds. Turnages not only has medications you need, but gift items for your family. Stop in and set a spell and have something refreshing from the old-fashioned snack bar. Over 110 years of serving you and your family. Turnage Drug Store on Main Street in the heart of downtown Water Valley.
Water Valley, what a great place to live. And Fisher Properties, your home-owned real estate company, wants to help. Whether you are buying, selling, or just looking to rent, let Fisher Properties serve your real estate needs. Contact them at 473-4503. Come by 105 Railroad Street in Water Valley, or check them out on the web at fisherproperties.net. Let Fisher's real estate experience work for you.
Water Valley defense has been flexing so far. Holly Springs has been going backwards. This time they get a flag before they even get the ball off. Yeah, that's going to be, and that was thrown from the white hat in the backfield behind the Hawks offense. I wonder what he saw. Holly Springs is clapping, so they're going to say it was offside on Water Valley. Really? 10-yard penalty on offside? No, that's 15 yards, y'all. That's a 15-yard. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's a 15-yard penalty right there. It went from the 4 to the 20. I don't understand that. How did it go? That's 16-yard penalty. Actually, it's over the 20, right?
Well, I'm going to try not to get started. I felt bad after how hard of a time I gave our refs last week over some of the spot fouls. I'm gonna lay off our men tonight.
Nah, I don't understand that. That's crazy. Nevertheless, trips right, single left. Holly Springs gets the handoff and try to run right up the middle, but we've known that in the last 3 or 4 weeks that
it's just not open.
Not open for business.
Right. It's not even under construction anymore. It's pretty solid right there.
Good to see Marley Cook right there in the middle again. Yeah. And, with him and Paris right there and then Benson right behind those two guys, not much happens right there. Okay, Hawks, same formation. Quarterback gets the ball, and he's going to swing it out to the receiver out here on the near side. He catches it and brings it up to about the 25. It's going to be the first, I think, legitimate pickup of the game. It's a 5-yard gain right there, Chad.
That's not a bad thing for, especially a little outside screen. I'm just, I'm not a fan of the screen. I've never really loved the screen, but certainly there are, 5 yards. I mean.
Well, that brings up 3rd and 5. Holly Springs looking for their first earned first down.
Yeah.
Quarterback pitches it out to the running back. He gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, he may have made the line of scrimmage.
Maybe the line, but they certainly drove him back.
So the Blue Devils have stopped Holly Springs for the 4th consecutive time. If you want to say that was a stop when we scored the touchdown, I would say that was an emphatic stop.
Generally speaking, when you take their ball the other way, it would be a stop. It's kind of a hard no.
Well, this time the punter has a little breathing room, Chad. He's on his own 10-yard line.
This is the first punt out of the end zone, isn't it?
From outside of the end zone, right. Now outside. There's a penalty immediately. I don't know what is going on, but somebody cannot line up. It's a sideline warning, I think, yes. Oh, my goodness. This crew that we have tonight is in favor of chunking the yellow hankies. They must be burning a hole in the side of their hip because they are chunking them every chance they get. So
loosening their
no
arms
yardage.
up.
The punter gets the ball and hits a low line end over end. Bud takes it about the 48, puts a couple of moves on some guys, switches fields, flag flies.
Gonna be hitting the back, I'm thinking.
Bud is just gone to the end zone. It would be a 48-yard touchdown out of Water Valley, but let's check the penalty. And that was just good running in space by Tolbert, but we're probably going to figure out why it was good running here in a second.
Good indication of why the coaches have him back there too, though.
And nobody's really celebrating over on our side of the field. The offense is going to come out after we get assessed a 5-yard penalty or a 10-yard penalty for a hold, I'm sure, or block in the back or something of that nature.
Still haven't seen the call.
Right. Usually they gave Water Valley sideline the call, but they did not. They're supposed to give it to the home side. We are on the home side, but we did not get such call.
I'm thinking it's going to be holding because about the spot the flag
yards.
was thrown to back to about the 50. So
really now whistles again. Oh my goodness! Referee is calling timeout on himself.
Not really sure he can huddle up with those players, can he?
I'm trying to figure out. He's trying to say number 10 has got to come out of the game.
That's going to be.
It's going to be a dress malfunction, equipment malfunction or something.
Do we not need another person back in?
Yes, we got who's that? Number 23.
Micah Hervey.
Hervey coming back in. He'll come in at the slot. It was Dre McCray that went out. So right now you got Jacob Trust takes a direct snap, runs right up the middle, gets about 4. Water Valley is showing no variation. I mean, it's just off tackle, off guard. That's it. McCray comes back in now. I think McCray's knees, his knee pads must have come out or something.
That's what he was messing with as he was running off the field.
15 seconds left in the first quarter. Truss dumps it off to McCray in the slot. First down, Water Valley down to the 35-yard line. Yeah, McCray lined up with him, and he just kind of came out of the backfield and hit. That's it. That's the end of the first quarter. Water Valley has the lead 7-0 over the Hawks. We'll be back in just a minute for the second quarter play. You're watching Blue Devil football.
Did you know that my mom's a superhero? Really? Yeah, when a tornado hits, they call my mom to come help. She races to the scene with her team, and they use their powers to help everyone get their things fixed. Whoa!
Everything okay with your friend back there?
Yeah, he's just never seen a superhero before.
Ask Shelter Agent Cherie Jackson about Shelter's competitive insurance rates.
C.W. White Incorporated Petroleum Products in Water Valley supports Blue Devil football as well as academics. In business since 1946, has been selling quality petroleum products at reasonable prices for those 60-plus years. C.W. White offers local express fuel with ethanol and non-ethanol-free gasolines. Open 24/7 on Wise Street. Also additional locations of local express and Phillips 66 gasolines in Charleston, Batesville, Sardis, and Senatobia. Wishing the best for the Blue Devils this season. MIDTOWN Auto Parts, your CarQuest dealer in Water Valley, has the parts you need for light and heavy-duty vehicles. Custom-made hydraulic hoses for the farm and heavy-duty equipment. 3- and 4-wheeler parts and small engine parts, too. MIDTOWN turns brakes and rotors. Check out their full line of K&N air filters. MIDTOWN Auto Parts in the middle of downtown Water Valley is now open 6:30 a.m. till 6 p.m., 6 days a week. It's MIDTOWN Auto Parts, the real parts store.
All right, we're back. Water Valley's first down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Jacob Truss gets the snap, heads off the left side. He's got blocking. He's got the first down to about the 24-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. It's a first down, but let's just see how good of it. They're putting it right on the 25. Man, I tell you, I'm not happy. I get upset whenever I see things I've got better eyes than all the
Treshawn
officials. Water Valley 1st and 10 from the 25. Uh-oh, bad snap. Truss is nailed in the backfield for a loss of about 3 or 4. Call it 4. What happened was Water Valley put a man in motion coming across. That was number 8, Trayshawn Morgan, and the ball was just right there, and Trayshawn looked like really looked like he reached out and just batted it down almost. Maybe he was trying to catch it or something or whatever, but backed us up 4. Truss gets the ball right up the middle this time. He got hit maybe for about a 1 yard, 2 yard gain. That Water Valley offensive line is getting a decent push up there, Chad. I mean, it looked like he got hit for a loss, but it ended up being 2 yards, and that's because the line was moved forward 2 yards before he got there.
Yep.
That's when you know your offensive line is really doing their job, whenever it looks like it was a no-gain play and you picked up 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It's like watching Alabama. I'm not so sure that isn't just some love from the officials. Truss is going to throw it this time over Bud's head out there on the far side.
Yeah.
That's going to bring up 4th and about 12 from the 27, 28, 27.
We're going to short punt it. We're going to go for it.
Blaine Clark comes in. Trey McCray is going to be back with him. Welch to the near side, Houston in the slot, and Bud on the far side, but now McCray has moved to the slot on the far side. So empty backfield for Blaine Clark. He gets the ball, and he's looking at Bud's direction. He's got him. He's a touchdown.
Yep.
Touchdown, Bud Tolbert, 27 yards. Blaine Clark threaded a needle right there. The safety came over late and almost picked that thing off, but it just went right out of his reach, right through the hole there. Bud made a great catch. Dim conditions. Walks it in the end zone. 27-yard touchdown for Bud Tolbert. John Surratt comes on to add the extra point. Welch to hold. The snap is high, real high. John stays with it. Perfect kick.
Good job.
Perfect kick. You know, that was one we were worried about last week. That kind of high snap messed him up. This week, a little better. Water Valley, the second quarter, 10:30 mark, up 14-0. We will be back for the kickoff right after this. You're watching Blue Devil football.
Joe Black and Associates, public accountants located at 306 Railroad Street in Water Valley, are proud supporters of Water Valley Blue Devil athletics and academics. Black and Associates wish the best for the Devils not only on the field, but in the classroom, offering individual, business, and estate tax planning and tax preparation, electronic filing, payroll, and general accounting services. Telephone 473-1441 or 234-8921.
Your voice lets him know he's safe. Shelter Insurance does the same for you. Roadside assistance provided by Road America is now included with your auto policy. We'll take care of you while you take care of what's most important. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Ask Cherie Jackson about Shelter's roadside assistance.
Ray McCray set to boot this thing off to the Hawks. He boots a good one this time over the head of the return guy. He picks it up. Actually, he could kneel it right there, but he didn't. He brought it out. And he is going to be tackled inside the 20 to right at the 15-yard line.
Certainly not a bad deal as far as where it was looking.
Right, here's the rule on that. If you mishandle a kickoff, now I don't know what it is in high school. It's got to be the same. And the ball rolls in the end zone, you can run back and get it and take a knee. Because if you don't have possession of it,
and in hindsight, he might have done well just to have let it rolled into the end zone and then nailed it, right?
I would have. I think, well, you got to field that just in case it pulls one of those stuck on the 1 yard type deals like we've seen twice this year at Jay-Z George.
Right.
But
you got to get to it.
The field position, it really hurt them. Holly Springs trips right, single left. They're going to try to hand it off to the receiver going around the right side. He's hitting the backfield for a 3 yard loss. 2nd and 13. it just seems like, Chad, we cover these games and you say you can tell real well when you watch the game as closely as we do that play just took too long to develop. Had that guy been in motion and grabbed the ball a little quicker, maybe it would have turned into something.
Could have been something better.
By the time he got the ball, we had 4 guys in the backfield.
Not much you can do then.
Now they're going to have a slot left, single right, put the right receiver in motion. Quarterback dropped the ball. He picked it up. Wow, Water Valley had a chance to get the fumble. That was Nate Murphy over there. He almost had a hand on it, and it slipped out. I think he might have, pushed it a little bit, and the quarterback for Holly Springs jumped back on it.
Yeah. Just kind of bumped it back to him.
Now it's third and about 16 or 17 yards. Wow. Timeout. Holly Springs will take it with them and be back for third down, a long third down right after this. You're watching Blue Devil football.
CW White Incorporated Petroleum Products in Water Valley supports Blue Devil football as well as academics. In business since 1946, has been selling quality petroleum products at reasonable prices for those 60-plus years. CW White offers local express fuel with ethanol and non-ethanol-free gasolines. Open 24/7 on Wise Street. Also additional locations of local express and Phillips 66 gasolines in Charleston, Batesville, Sardis, and Senatobia. Wishing the best for the Blue Devils this season. Valley Tool Incorporated of Water Valley, serving Yalobusha County for 2 decades, are proud supporters of Water Valley High School athletics. Valley Tool makers of fixtures, gauges, jigs, specialized tooling, precision grinding, production machining, and injected mold repair. Valley Tool with locations in the Industrial Park off of Highway 32 West and Railroad Street in Water Valley. Locally owned and operated by Casey Washington since 1997.
All right, here we go. Third down and about 16 for the Hawks. And they have been plagued with going backwards. They're our best offense.
Yeah, goodness gracious.
Quarterback gets the ball, hands off to the running back. He goes over tackled, and he got nailed. He may have picked up one.
Hit Javarius Benson head on.
You don't want to hit that guy.
No.
I mean, that's – McIntosh is slow to get up. He's still down. He's like holding his – he's not in pain,
almost
but
stretching
he's –
a little bit maybe.
He's just not – now he finally struggles to his feet.
But
But now he's got to come out now. They've already blown the whistle, so he's got to come out. He's not limping too bad, but he is limping. Right, it'll be bring up 4th and 15. The Hawks have to punt. Guess where from? Man.
I think this is 3 out of 4 in the end zone.
Well, he'll barely be in the end zone because the ball's on about the 9-yard line. So, but he's nonetheless in the end zone. 3 out of 4 punts.
Got Bud on the 32.
High snap. This one could be, it got off. Bud's going to let it go. It rolls all the way up. Wow, it turns out being a great punt out to about the 47-yard line. I'm not a big fan of letting them, even if you turn it over, I'm a big fan of catching that ball and getting on it.
Field the ball.
Field it. You got to.
Jump on it.
Blaine Clark comes out for the Blue Devils. Houston in the slot on the far side. Welch single receiver to the near side. Bud Tolbert out there with Kai Hill. McCray in the backfield. And
got Grant in too.
Grant's kind of playing tight end.
Like a tight slide. It's kind of
off
the line a little.
I think he's supposed to be tight end, but yeah, you're right. It's almost like a tight slot. Handoff to McCray going around the left side. He's got a little room. He's got the first down inside the 35. He made it just over the 35. Now, Holly Springs has a guy down with he's hurt his knee.
In pain.
He's rolling. Now, that's an injury, whenever you're rolling on the ground. He's probably tore his knee up, and that's horrible. Yeah, he is definitely in pain, and both teams are taking a knee. We'll take a break while the players down getting attended to and be right back in just a minute. You're watching Blue Devil football.
Coffeyville Insurance and Main Street Insurance offer a variety of insurance to meet you and your family's needs through such companies as Allstate, MetLife, AIG, Zurich, Drive By Progressive, plus many more companies. Tyler Wortham, Beverly Freer, Jan Wortham, and Marlene Guzman invite you to stop by for your home, auto, health, life, commercial, and motorcycle insurance needs. Coffeyville Insurance Agency on Depot Street, across from the bank, and Main Street Insurance in Water Valley, next to Valley Lumber.
All right, we're back. That was number 58 for the Hawks. Trying to find his name. My sheet has blown away.
Tyron Williams.
Here it is. Williams, he's up, and they're helping him off the field. He is limping.
He's hobbling pretty bad.
Evidently, he is stretched or torn something in that knee, and he is not in.
Yeah.
He's not feeling good. Water Valley have a 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Blaine Clark puts Houston in motion. He gives off to, looks like, who is that, McIntosh?
Yep.
Looked like McIntosh who he gave it off. No, it's Hervey. DeMicah Hervey gave off to the ball off to, and he picked up 2 on the play, 2nd and about 8.
He hit the hole fast. That's why we missed his number.
He's quick. Yeah, he's got some speed. I would love to see him get into some open space. Bud switches to slot. Houston goes to outside receiver. On the far side, Welch is over here by himself. So Hervey stays in at running back with Blaine Clark. He gets the snap, hands it off to Hervey around the left side, but penetration, he's going to lose 4 or 5 yards. 5 yards. Wow, somebody missed a big assignment. I see Chase King's in on the game on the right side of the line, but that pressure came from the left side.
Yeah.
That came from the that came from.
And he was on him before anything, like we even knew anything happened.
Yep. All right, 3rd and about 13. Blaine Clark gets the ball. He's going to throw it. He's in trouble, and now he's running around by himself, just trying to turn something out of nothing. Gets it to the 30.
Bring about 4th and 5.
That'll bring up, 4th and 5. And no punt, no field goal here. Just going to line up and run another play.
See what we can do.
He's got, we know it's not 2nd. It's got to be 4th. There you go. He finally flipped to the right car. They're calling it 4th and 6 on the out of the box, but we know
About
better. It's 4th and 5.
Yeah.
Dead on. Now we got a timeout. Timeout at the 6:20 mark. They're going to call the Hawks called this one. We'll take a break with them and be back right after this. You're watching Blue Devil football.
Something good is waiting for you at Van's Furniture and Laundry in Water Valley. Living room sets, bedding, sofas, and a great selection of furnishings for your home. Ashley, Simmons, Franklin, American. Too many remarkable brand names to mention. 12 months same as cash and up to 24 months financing. Van's Laundry cleans all types of school and work uniforms. 10% discount to all military, first responders, and ministers. Van's Furniture and Laundry located in the same building in Cash Saver Shopping Center, Water Valley.
Tri-Lake Eye Clinic is proud to support the Water Valley Blue Devils. Dr. Edwards and his staff realize that teamwork is important not only in sports but in bringing you the best eye care possible. Dr. Edwards is teamed with Zeiss VisuCam to bring the most advanced diagnostic imaging system to the area. The Zeiss OCT detects glaucoma, macular degeneration, and diabetic eye disease earlier than any previous instrument in eye care. Tri-Lake Eye Clinic, seeing in better so you can see out better.
All right, we're back. 4th and 5 for the Blue Devils. Blaine Clark, we're going for it. Blaine Clark has got Greg McCray with him. He's looking for Kyle Houston in the slot and just let him a little too much.
Yeah.
That's going to be a turnover on downs. So Holly Springs holds tight on defense. We were just talking on the break. This is, with the injuries we've had and things like that, we're trying to get new running backs acclimated to the system and give them up to speed so that we can move forward in the schedule. We're up 14-0 in the second quarter, and we're just thinking, the coaches are over there just trying to go through the motions.
It's very ho-hum.
Right. It's just kind of dead.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to motivate. It feels like, maybe after last week, it's just, our kids are maybe struggling a little bit more than we thought they might.
Holly Springs lines up. Handoff to the running back coming up through the middle. He actually got about 5 on that one. So I think that tied their longest gain of the night right there.
Sideline warning, maybe?
Yep. Sideline warning for Holly Springs this time. So the Blue Devils and the Hawks have both had their sideline warning. And we're only halfway through with the second quarter. Chad, we were talking before we picked you up tonight. We're halfway right now in the season.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
A little bit past halfway. And that's if we go to a playoff game.
Yeah. If we go to playoffs, we may not be halfway.
All right.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, ran into his own guy and then met by Paris and
Lumpkin got the handoff, and there was a defender from Water Valley in the backfield that met him. He kind of ran into the back of his own
That's
guy.
That's what I'm saying, and gave him opportunity. I believe that was Paris and Nate. I did see Bud up in there too, number 5.
3rd and 8 now.
Man.
Their second downs have been horrible. So they line up single right. They've got 3 backs in the backfield. They hand it off to number 33. He might have gotten 2.
Yeah.
2 at best. That'll bring up fourth and about 5 yards. And Hawks will have to punt again. This will be their second punt, not from the end zone.
That's right. That's right. That was number 99, Isaiah White, on the stop there.
My goodness. We don't even have a return guy back.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Now we've got stop play again. This is going to be the timeout Water Valley. Timeout Water Valley. We'll keep it here. Folks, you can watch the game starting Saturdays at 11 o'clock on channel 97, Max South 97. Also on Mondays, starting on Mondays, you can get it on YouTube. Just type in there Water Valley versus Holly Springs or Water Valley versus whoever. And you can watch the game, the broadcast right there on your computer or your phone from the comfort of your own whatever.
That's right. That's right.
Or your smart TV. That's right. Nowadays, TVs have apps.
Yep.
So you can watch it from the couch on your TV, on your smart TV. That's fun stuff. The Hawks are ready to kick this thing to Water Valley. We finally have a return guy back there. Bud's backed up. It's going to be a fake.
Oh, goodness.
They try to throw it and complete the pass for a first down. And number 23 is gone to the house. So there comes a late flag right here. Grant Burris must have cracked him. Yeah, there's going to be a flag on the 20. Let's see if the touchdown stands. It would be a 65-yard touchdown. Grant's still down on the ground. He's not feeling good. I don't understand why we're not checking on him. Now the official's thrown his hat on the ground. I don't understand this. And he's arguing with the head umpire. Let's see what they call. Is it going to be a touchdown or no? Well, it depends on whether or not it happened before or after the player crosses the end zone, crosses into the end zone. This looks like a hold. So it's going to be a first down Hawks, if I understand it correctly. It's going to be a first down Hawks, but it's going to come all the way back to the that's a 15-yard penalty. That's a 15-yard penalty. That's more than a holding. That's a personal foul. That's coming back to the 46-yard line. Wow. Well, that call saved a touchdown. 4:51 to go in the first half. Holly Springs just ran a fake punt to perfection with one exception. They got called for something illegal.
And we don't know what it is.
It had to be a personal because they marked that off 15 yards, it looked like.
Well, and there was a kid that came off the sideline, kind of tossed his helmet. It just frustration, but maybe it was something that he kind of.
Ball's on the ground. Water Valley's on top of it. Fumble.
What a turn.
Water Valley gets the ball. Wow. So you go from a fake punt that went for 65 yards and a touchdown that gets called back for a penalty, and then now on the first play after that, you fumble the ball right into the Water Valley defense. Crazy. I just, I'm going back. I'm going with Chad. How in the world did this team beat anybody by 44? How are they averaging 44 points? So I'm looking at this. So they're Holly Springs averaging 40 points a game, and they keep putting the ball on the ground. Last week they smoked the team that they played.
Well,
Jacob Truss carries the ball for about 6 yards.
I admitted on TV last week that I'm a homer for sure, but I'd put my money 10 times out of 10 on the Water Valley Blue Devils. But I think that they're making themselves look a little bit worse than we are at this point, too. They've just done some terrible things with the ball.
Like we said, it's lethargic out here tonight, and they kind of feel that too. The players feel it. Blaine Clark gets a snap. He faked the hand. That's Truss. Truss throws a duck. Oh, and it was almost
just
caught.
Couldn't get it.
My goodness. Truss ran out to the near side towards us, and he took a lick, y'all. But he was running this way, and he was about to get nailed, and he just threw it anyway. Took the hit as he threw it. Threw a duck.
And almost made just a sweet play between he and Bud.
Almost turned out to be great.
So 3rd and short 5.
Yep. Third and a short 5. It puts McIntosh in motion. Snap gives off to McRae. McRae's around the left side. He's got the first down and a few more. Now, but a flag flies late. That's in the area of a hold, but I didn't see really any linemen were all downfield, Chad. I don't see it. It had to have been Kai Hill.
I think that may have been on
Kai Hill,
outside
Houston.
There. Yeah.
In the slot, he must have been blocking over there. He must have sealed the linebacker.
Yeah.
Holding call, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Wow. So, again, man, Chad, this is one of those games that we were talking about last week. We got to get out of this penalty pit that we're in. We got to quit, and, man, it just seems like each week we stay the same on the amount of penalties that we have in one shape or one form, fashion, or another. Look at this. Bud Tolbert is gone. Quick pass out to Tolbert. He's
54
gone. I blinked and something happened, and I saw Bud going down the sideline for a touchdown. I didn't even see the pass. I turned away for like 1 second, and it's a touchdown. Yeah. My goodness. That was fast. On 3rd and 11, Tolbert takes it to the house. John Surratt is in for the extra point, trying to make it 21-0. Welch on the hold. The snap, let's see. This time it's a lot better. Kicks down. The holds down, kicks good. Good. 21-0, Water Valley. 3:21 left in the first half. We'll take a break and be back for kickoff right after this. You're watching Blue Devil football.
Water Valley, see your good neighbor State Farm agent Andy Epps for your insurance and financial needs.
There's a special quality of life we enjoy here in our area, a way of life you don't find just anywhere. And at Mechanics Bank, we're working together with you to keep a good thing growing. It's that hometown feel, that commitment to make sure you get not just words and empty promises, but genuine, helpful financial service from local people who share your values and have a heart for your community. Standing strong, standing the test of time. Mechanics Bank.
Ray McCray gets that's a fast rotation on that ball. It's going to be a reverse kickoff. And number 36 for Holly Springs brings it out to about the 34-yard line it was not even really a reverse because on a reverse you hand it off, the player comes across the
other
field.
way, that's right.
He just took it and went straight up the field. It was almost just like a handoff.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Seventh
Decent
possession.
field position for sure for Holly Springs.
So Holly Springs has punted 6 times, or 4 out of the end zone, 3 out of the end zone.
2 turnovers, one that interception, one just a moment ago.
A fumble and an interception. High snap. King runs trying to get away, but he's swarmed, man. Water Valley defense is just in the backfield, man. There's just nothing that the offense from Holly Springs can do.
That's number 14 Adams, number 99 Isaiah White, and a couple of other Blue Devils in on that stop. And
that's a big loss, man. That's a loss of 8, maybe 9. Call it 8. 2nd and 18. They have 16 on the board, but that ain't 6 yards. I'm telling you, that's 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Well, Holly Springs lines up. They got 3 extra tight end and 2 backs. They're wanting to run that ball up the middle, but it's hard to do it against that Water Valley defense. They pick up 2, maybe 3.
And Marley was in the backfield and leaned forward and got the guy and stumbled. It made him stumble a little bit, but Marley was back nearly to the quarterback by the time the kid was to the.
Well, notice Marley's only playing defense tonight, which is a little bit safer type of football to play. Offensive linemen get hitting their knees a lot, so playing defense a little bit safer. You're moving up the field more.
Yep.
Holly Springs lines up, 3rd and about 14. Shotgun, he's chunking the ball. Man, I'm going to tell you, he chunked it.
Look the ball.
No, Cedric never turned the head, and he draws the flag.
Goodness.
He's got to turn the head.
Yep.
He never, not one moment, he was in the receiver's face the whole time, and he never turned that head.
Well, and generally, if you turn your head and you're looking at the ball and you stumble over each other, it's not going to be a call. Usually.
It's going to be a 10-yard penalty, minimum, or is it 15?
I believe
Let's
that,
see.
Yeah.
If it's 15, that's a first down. If it's 15, 3rd down and about an inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't move the chains yet. It's not an automatic first down, brother.
They're having to take the
line
of scrimmage.
I'm going to tell you what, where they've got the ball marked, that's a first down.
Yeah. So they got a first down by the ball, but not by the pins.
Right.
Or the sticks.
This is supposed to be 3rd down, but uh-oh. I don't know. So, we're hearing the radio crew saying it was supposed to be 4th down, but I thought that was 2nd down when he flung it.
Well, the scoreboard is officially weird. First down is showing 3rd and 10 after.
No, it was 3rd down.
Yeah.
So, what happened was the penalty. You get to keep your down. You don't lose a down when you take that penalty. So that was 3rd. Now it's 4th and about 2 or 3. And, I would have punted it. They try to run it, and there's just nowhere to go. He didn't get anything. He's stopped the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a turnover on downs out of the Water Valley defense.
49 seconds left to go in the half.
My goodness, the time is flying off the way. You haven't seen a whole lot of throwing tonight, and the
Right.
plays have not been stopped very often. The clock is just, it's rolling, which we're not complaining with.
No.
21-0 your score, 49 seconds in the half. The Blue Devils are leading. And I'm getting a good case of heartburn. I don't know about you, but that dinner we had tonight is starting to choke me out.
Been nice to have gone to Dunn's, but that was the other direction, wasn't it?
That's the wrong way. Holly Springs wasn't ready for the snap.
No.
Jacob Truss gets it and just takes it right up the middle for an easy 5.
Maybe more than that, depending on where they mark it.
Yeah, the Holly Springs
Yeah.
defense was, they just, now we're going hurry up now. Hurry up offense. Trying to catch them off guard. They're trying to get another snap out. They clock it. That's what we're doing. We're trying to clock it. With 3 timeouts on the board, we're trying to clock it. I don't understand that. That's one of those, we want the clock to, we don't want to drag the game out, but we want to stop the clock.
Yeah.
So Water Valley brings, Marley comes out. Marley was actually in on offense that time.
Yeah.
And then Chase King comes in to get him out. Now I think this is going to be a pass play right here. You're going to see Blaine Clark try to fling it down the field to Bud, or probably Jacob Welch maybe, or look at the slot receivers uncovered right now. Dre McCray has no one on him. And that's what Blaine is saying right now, spy. He gets the snap. He's going to, now he throws it to Bud down the sideline. Bud, he started his jump early.
Yep.
He just jumped early.
About a foot.
Man, if he had taken one more step and then jumped off the – and that's hard for a lot of athletes. You have a dominant foot. In basketball, if you play basketball ever, you like to do layups with if you're right-handed, you jump off your left foot. And when you're running down the field, on the left side of the field, you probably want to jump with your left foot. That makes it hard because it's harder to jump with your right foot and turn to your right. So that's what happened. He was just his footfall was so that he needed to jump with his left foot, and it was early. Slot right and left. Blaine's going to come this way this time over to Welch and overthrows him by a lot. That's going to bring up 4th and 5. 19.5 seconds left in the half. Well,
we've tried both sides. What do we do?
Tell you what I do is I would just run a 10-yard stop with Bud, a 10-yard stop route, 12-yard stop route, and then get up there or call timeout. Blaine's going to run it himself, try to get the first down, which that's just, I don't know what that hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
That's given. I don't know what that is. That's just trying to run the clock out, I guess.
Right. Well, if we're going to try to run the clock out, we could have ran 2 more plays.
Well, ball turnover on downs. Holly Springs will get about 1 play before we go to half. Water Valley go to a prevent type defense. They're going to send 3 or 4 safeties back. They're going to rush 3 guys. Of course, I wouldn't have Marley Cook out there on this. These plays usually turn into chaos, and I don't want him out there in chaos.
Yeah.
But and he's going to be double teamed. That's the problem. Nate Murphy is in on the right side. You've got is that Herbie or is that Isaiah over there on the other side? Tripp's right. Quarterback's going to have a little time. He's trying to find a receiver. He doesn't have anybody. He's running reversing field, but Marley's going to get him if he doesn't watch out. Now he breaks free. Benson's on him. He dumps it off. It's caught. And there we go. He gets nailed out of bounds down around just over the 50 to about the 47. That ends the half.
A lot of turmoil there.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want Marley on the field at that point. I'm telling you, those plays usually turn into crazy time.
And Marley almost got the quarterback.
Yeah, he almost did,
Wow.
but there was a collision there. It made me a little nervous. Well, at the end of the half, Water Valley up 21-0. Right after this break, we're going to come back and we're going to do the scoring summary, the Dunn's Country scoring summary. Man, I'm cutting my tongue off. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Blue Devil Football.
The Grenada law firm of Horan and Horan specializes in criminal and civil law. Attorneys Kevin Horan, Jimmy Powell, and Brad Dagnott are ready and prepared to fight for your rights. They will explain today's complex legal procedures and provide individual attention. When you need experience and dedication, let them go to work for you. Contact them at 226-2185 or stop by 1500 Gateway in Grenada. A family practice since 1926.
At Yalabusha General Hospital, we're not stuck in the past. We strive for excellence in everything from our highly trained staff to our top-notch patient care, as well as our one-of-a-kind physical therapy department. And with our recently updated facilities, you'll not only get the best in patient care, but the latest technology for the most accurate diagnosis and treatments. We're not afraid of the future. We're making it happen at Yalabusha General Hospital.
A better quality of care awaits you here at Yalabusha General Hospital.
The Blue Devil Scoring Summary is sponsored by Dunn's Country Store on Highway 32 West in the Silverina community. Features hickory smoked barbecue, hand-patted never frozen hamburgers, farm-raised catfish, and their cooked order ribeyes served each Friday and Saturday nights.
All right, we're back at halftime here in Holly Springs, Mississippi. Water Valley Blue Devils have, in an ugly game, have taken a 21-0 lead over the Hawks of Holly Springs. It's time for the Dunn's Country Store scoring summary.
Hey, you got it right that time, man.
Rolled right off the tongue correctly.
That's good.
That was great. Chad, tell us how it happened.
Hopefully I won't mess this up then. So first quarter with 6 minutes and 55 seconds left to go on actually just kind of a quick little pass there. Keldrick McIntosh, we were actually on defense. Number 22, Keldrick McIntosh, intercepted the ball, returned it back into the end zone for a 4-yard touchdown.
You don't see that every day.
You don't see that every day, that is for sure. We haven't seen that all year from that short of an interception. That's a short pick six.
Yeah, quick party.
Yeah. So number 41, John Surratt, back on top there, doing what he does well, kicking the extra point. PAT was good. Your Water Valley Blue Devils led 7-0. In the second quarter, with 10 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, number 1, Blaine Clark, through to number 5, Bud Tolbert. Bud scored on a 27-yard touchdown reception. Number 41, John Surratt's PAT was good, bringing your score Water Valley 14, the Holly Springs Hawks 0. With 3 minutes and 21 seconds left to go on a play very similar to the one earlier, but from a longer distance, number 1, Blaine Clark. Again to number 5, Bud Tolbert. Bud took it in this time for a 54-yard touchdown reception. Number 41, John Surratt's PAT was good, bringing your score to your Water Valley Blue Devils 21, Holly Springs Hawks 0, and that's where we stand here at halftime in your Dunn's Country Store scoring summary. I got it right too.
Yes. We're going to have to go and practice that a little bit. We're going to have a little training class on
because we don't
pronunciation.
We don't want a storing summary.
Yeah, or a storing summary.
That's right.
We're not storing anything except points, maybe.
That's right.
Well, Chad, I don't know. I love these ball games, but some of them are just so blah, and when the crowd's not into it, and it just does not, and the atmosphere is just low, and it's hard to get into it.
Absolutely. The contrast tonight to where we were last week.
Oh, right.
Last week, and we were so frustrated. My wife, I like listening to Matt Wyatt through the week, and I don't know how much you listen to Matt and stuff.
We played against Matt back in the 90s.
He's so smart. He's got an incredible amount of football sense. And she said, do you think he gets mad when the Mississippi State Bulldogs, when they do something silly or they don't win? I was like, Jessica, I've never played one snap for the Water Valley Blue Devils, but I felt pain last Friday night from the loss because we as fans – we get emotionally attached to what's going on, and just the atmosphere last week. I mean, it was electric. It's at home, and of course, it was a huge game. And this week, it's just, we just, for both teams, it feels like we're just trying to get the game done.
Right, and there's a upside and a downside of that. We want to get out of here quick. It seems like the game's in hand.
Right.
We got to play another half, obviously,
Yeah.
but it doesn't look like we're in danger of anything. So, but the other token I wanted to see tonight, mainly I wanted to see us clean up some of these errors, and we still cannot get out of our own way with some of these errors, the penalties, and the I wanted to see our offense run a little more crisply with some of the passes.
That was the word I was actually thinking.
And but it's just still kind of, other than the couple of passes to Bud, it's been hit or miss,
And sputtering.
Right, and I just wanted it to run on some higher octane, but understandably we're going to run the ball a whole lot more because of some injuries and things like that. But eventually we've got to at least clean up the penalties. And that's something we got to really focus on as we move throughout district play, because it only gets harder. And if we don't clean them up, we'll be in trouble if we keep these habits. And when we get towards playoffs, it'll bite us.
Yep.
Well, we're going to take a break, watch the halftime show, and be back for the second half kickoff right after this. The Devils are up 21-0. You're watching Blue Devil football.
Turnage Drug Store, the guardian of your health for over 110 years, is Water Valley's own locally owned pharmacy. Benny, Bobby, and the staff can help you with your prescriptions and over-the-counter meds. Turnages not only has medications you need, but gift items for your family. Stop in and set a spell and have something refreshing from the old-fashioned snack bar. Over 110 years of serving you and your family. Turnage Drug Store on Main Street in the heart of downtown Water Valley.
When did insurance companies start emailing handshakes? Why is a billboard the only place you see your agent's face? Who decided you can't have good rates and good coverage? If you're questioning your insurance options, get real answers from a real person with a Farm Bureau Insurance Get Real review. It's simple, quick, and tailored just for you. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
See agents Chuck Upchurch, Don Gray, and Bradley Brown.
There's a special quality of life we enjoy here in our area. A way of life you don't find just anywhere. And at Mechanics Bank, we're working together with you to keep a good thing growing. It's that hometown feel, that commitment to make sure you get not just words and empty promises, but genuine, helpful financial service from local people who share your values and have a heart for your community. Standing strong, standing the test of time. Mechanics Bank.
We're back for the second half kickoff. Holly Springs will be kicking off to the Blue Devils, headed to the south. They'll be kicking south. Right now, we don't have anybody past the 25-yard line. Their kicker actually has a decent leg. Look at this. Told you.
Wow.
So,
good
ball is fielded by number 8, Water Valley.
Morgan.
Trayshawn. He's quick. Look at this. Woo. Oh, that looked like a face mask, but they didn't call it.
I think it might have been jersey.
Hopefully.
Man.
I'd hate for him to miss that right in front of him.
Shoot, yeah.
Good field position right out of the gate for Water Valley. Now, we'll be moving south to north, which we had figured we were just moving south to north. We figured we would turn it around, but I guess we got to defer. That means we get to pick the field again, I guess. Huh?
Yeah.
So, what do we want to see this half, Chad? No penalties.
No penalties. Something clean. Marley's in on offense, too.
Blaine Clark hands off. Looks like, is that Dre? I could never get a number on him.
I believe so. Number 10 looks like.
He picked up two quick ones.
Nope. That's not Dre, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Man, these shadows and these lights are just messing with me.
As much as the Hawks jerseys, the numbers stand out, ours do not.
Ours blend in too much, yeah.
So second about 8. Blaine gets the snap, hands off to Dre again off the left side. He gets a couple more, maybe about 3 this time.
Yeah.
Flag comes in way late. Now, did we just talk about that?
I think there's going to be a little extracurricular there.
Better not be on us, or I'm getting out of here. I'm going down there to coach.
I think it might be on them. No, their guys are clapping.
All right, I may have to just go out there and
Personal
coach.
Foul on us.
See, you got to be kidding me. That's the crud that I've been talking about.
I think it was a push or something like that, because I saw one of their guys kind of tumble backwards. Not down, but backwards a little. And
you know what I would do if I was Coach Embry? They wouldn't like me. I'd run them all day. Would not even practice Monday.
Just run them until you're tired.
We're just going to run.
Yeah.
We're going to run until y'all get my point.
Do we have any good heels that we could run these boys on?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now it's going to bring up 3rd and 13. My goodness, how we love to hurt ourselves. Slot left and right. Empty backfield. They put man in motion, handed off to him. He's going around the left side. Man, he got the first down and more. He's all the way up to the 45-yard line.
That's Trayshawn Morgan, I believe. Moving fast away from us.
Yeah, it looked like him. I couldn't tell if it was 3.
Yeah, it was 8.
I didn't know if it was 8 or 3.
Yeah. Yep. I don't think Jacob
Welch was on this side.
I don't think Jacob moves quite that fast.
No, he's pretty quick. Sometimes, when you feel it.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Like a little early movement. The slot receiver gets the ball. Kyle Houston puts some moves on. He picks up 9.5.
Yeah, he's going to be real close to the first down, about a foot short, looks like, based on the way the side judge over here is spotting it.
Seems like we have to make the 35 for a first. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Short one.
I like Houston. He's got some moves. He's just got to have a little bit more experience. We need to get that ball in his hand a little bit more so he can learn to juke and move and get upfield. Puts Cahill in motion this time, and he hands off to Dre McCray up the middle. Boom! Lowers the shoulder. And he gets the first down. 31-yard line. Water Valley moving the chains, 9:27 to go in the 3rd. Up 21-0, looking to make it 28. Blaine Clark is looking to get the signal. And he's got it. Got slot left this time. He's going to take it and hand it. No, he fakes it. He throws it to Kai Hill in the slot. Oh!
Goodness. Just a little behind him.
It hit him in the hands.
Yep.
When he came out of his turn, the ball was just a little bit to his right, just a hair to his right.
Yeah.
And he got his hands there late, I think, and it just popped out. So we need to do a volleyball game. The volleyball girls just whooped up on this past week. Two teams. South Panola.
They beat early in the week.
They beat Aberdeen. And now Aberdeen had beaten Choctaw twice. Choctaw took us to 5 sets. So I went down to that game expecting to see a knockout, drag out.
Yeah.
So we beat the pants off of those folks over there. It was easy. For 2nd and 10, Blaine's going to fire it to the slot. Grant Burris got it for the first down to the 15. That was just a quick pass up the seam there, and I mean,
we've called Grant's name this year.
On a pass. That's the first one I think that he's caught this year. That was a good play. That moves the chains all the way down to the 15. Now we're starting to see. I'm not going to say it.
No,
I ain't going to say it. I'm going to stay away from it entirely.
That's right.
Hand off to Dre McCray off the left side. He's got a little room.
I think he's gone.
He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Water Valley.
15 yards.
Ooh. Ja'Cory Woodard was laying down on the ground. He wasn't moving, but he pops up. He's all right. He must have just taken a little lick. So at the 8:41 mark, Water Valley has taken it to 27, looking to make it 28 with John Surratt and his leg. I was down there on the field, y'all. Y'all don't understand. It looks nice and cut from up here, but, man, it's a jungle down there. That stuff is thick and long, the grass.
Really?
It's a jungle. Jacob Welch waiting for the snap. Good one. He puts it down late, though, and John stayed with it. Great kick. Good kick, 28-0, Water Valley. We'll be back for the kickoff in just a minute. You're watching Blue Devil football.
Your voice lets him know he's safe. Shelter Insurance does the same for you. Roadside assistance provided by Road America is now included with your auto policy. We'll take care of you while you take care of what's most important. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Ask Cherie Jackson about Shelter's roadside assistance.
Valley Tool Incorporated of Water Valley, serving Yalobusha County for 2 decades, are proud supporters of Water Valley High School athletics. Valley Tool makers of fixtures, gauges, jigs, specialized tooling, precision grinding, production machining, and injected mold repair. Valley Tool with locations in the Industrial Park off of Highway 32 West and Railroad Street in Water Valley. Locally owned and operated by Casey Washington since 1997.
Back, everybody. Water Valley just scored, go up 28-0. Dre McCray set to kick it off to the Hawks. Puts a foot in it, and it's a fast rotation. Pretty good kick down to the 9. Water Valley's going to bring, the Hawks are bringing it up the field. They're going to be tackled at the 26-yard line, maybe the 27, somewhere in that area. The Hawks will try to move the ball. That was Water Valley's, that's their, they kicked off to us, and we just took it all the way down the field.
Yep.
That's the first time, I think, this game that we've kind of put together
something good looking.
Something consistent drive.
Right.
We've had
and
some
it
where we
started out kind of ugly there with the penalty.
How much easier would it have been if we didn't have that one?
Yeah.
But nevertheless, we're up. We're happy. Slot left for the Hawks. We got 2 guys in the backfield. King gets the ball and he hands it off. Up the middle. I don't know why I'm saying this still. Why are they handing off up the middle? I just don't get it. It's my ball club. That's the first thing I don't do is hand it off up the middle.
It's not there. What are we doing?
2nd and 9. They actually picked up a yard, but it was a hard one. Hard one to get. Everybody's in on defense right now. It seems like Nate came free and just rattled the quarterback on that play. It was intended for number 6. And, as soon as he turned to throw the ball, Nate Murphy was in his face, and he had to just let it go. No accuracy. 3rd down and 9. So here's where if it's me, I'll walk my safety and my DB up there and let's hit them in the mouth.
Yep.
Let's disrupt. Give our D-line some time to go make a play. Fumble.
Fumble.
Ball's on the ground. Nate almost had him, and then looks like Grant Burris and 3 other Water Valley defenders take him down to the ground. A loss of about 6.
As Isaiah
7
in on that,
maybe.
and Paris in on that, Cameron Sales.
That's back to the 21-yard line. It'll be 4th and 15. 4th and 15. Hawks will have to punt again. They're close to the end zone this time. Oh, my goodness. So who we got back? Bud Tolbert's back to receive the punt. Oh, quick kick. Catch it. There you go. Catch it on the run, Bud. Oh, he slipped down.
Oh, goodness.
He was
Number
trying to
30.
plant and make a move on a guy.
He just kept going.
Both of them, it looked like he almost looked like both calves locked
I think
up.
he was safe.
And it's just
that was a good slide. Man.
My goodness.
Well, it's real cool out here. It's damp. I'm sure the grass is just crazy damp.
I don't think they had to move the sticks.
Yeah. Just flip the
yard marker. Walk the yard marker down there. Incredible. Water Valley, their second drive of the half. 6:54 to go in the third. 28-0. Blue Devils on top. We'll have Jacob Welch in the slot this time, lined up tight. We haven't seen that a whole lot. Kyle Houston out here wide. Blaine's just going to run it off guard or tackle in between the guard and tackle. Was that Jacob?
That's Jacob, yeah.
They're starting to look a whole lot alike out there, And I don't mean like their physique or anything. It's just the way they run, the way they take off. Jacob's gotten that quick. You know how Jacob used to be a little sluggish with it, and Blaine's real quick. Now they're both really quick when they get the ball. Their first step is really quick, so I have to keep my eyes open. All right, Truss in at quarterback, puts Kyle Houston in motion. Gives to McCray up the middle. McCray's got a little room. Wow, look at that. He can take it. He can take it. Oh, down to the one. Wow.
Wow.
That was actually enjoyable to watch. I like that. I wish he'd have gotten in. That would have made that run a whole lot more special.
Absolutely.
That was a good run. I mean, he cut back a couple of times. First and goal for the Devils. They got heavy package in, man. They got Paris Adams. Jacory's in on that. Looks like this ball's probably going to go over the right guard or tackle. Yeah. Uh-oh. Well, we got whistles. Offside on the defense.
Encroachment.
I don't see that. You know what? I don't like that. You know, it's supposed to be if you're lined up offside, when everybody gets set, they'll call. I don't know, man. I wouldn't call it until the ball snapped, and then, you know, give the offense that play, that option.
Yep. It was kind of like the receiver lined up offsides last week.
Mm-hmm. And they didn't call that.
Yep.
And here we go again, first and half the distance of what it was, which was 1. Truss is going to roll out. This is the play they practiced all year long, and we finally get to do it. Paris Adams slips out in the back of the end zone, and Jacob Truss hits him in the back corner for the 6. That's we'll call it a 1/2 of a yard touchdown. You don't even get a full yard on those. Sorry, brother. You know, you get a half yard. So John Surratt in. He had the extra point. 5:46 to play in the third. Jacob Welch to hold. Grant Burris to snap. See, it's going to be a high snap again. Welch gets it down. John boots it through. Wow, nice kick. Man, Welch is just doing an incredible job with the hold.
What he do?
We got to get those snaps down. We'll work on that later. But right now, 35-0, 5:46 to play in the third. You're watching Blue Devil football. We'll be back for the kickoff right after this.
At Yalabusha General Hospital, we're not stuck in the past. We strive for excellence in everything from our highly trained staff to our top-notch patient care, as well as our one-of-a-kind physical therapy department. And with our recently updated facilities, you'll not only get the best in patient care, but the latest technology for the most accurate diagnosis and treatments. We're not afraid of the future. We're making it happen at Yalabusha General Hospital.
A better quality of care awaits you here at Yalabusha General Hospital.
CWI Incorporated Petroleum Products in Water Valley supports Blue Devil football as well as academics. In business since 1946, has been selling quality petroleum products at reasonable prices for those 60-plus years. C.W. White offers local express fuel with ethanol and non-ethanol-free gasolines. Open 24/7 on Wise Street. Also additional locations of local express and Phillips 66 gasolines in Charleston, Batesville, Sardis, and Senatobia. Wishing the best for the Blue Devils this season.
Water Valley, see your good neighbor State Farm agent Andy Epps for your insurance and financial needs.
Turnage Drug Store, the guardian of your health for over 110 years, is Water Valley's own locally owned pharmacy. Benny, Bobby, and the staff can help you with your prescriptions and over-the-counter meds. Turnages not only has medications you need, but gift items for your family. Stop in and set a spell and have something refreshing from the old-fashioned snack bar. Over 110 years of serving you and your family. Turnage Drug Store on Main Street in the heart of downtown Water Valley.
Trey McCray ready to kick this thing off. Gets a foot into it. Low line drive. It's going to go in the end zone for a touchback. Wow. I like the touchbacks.
Yep.
Well, 35-0. It looks like, Chad, we've gotten our wish. We did have that one penalty, but the offense is running a lot more. Well, I'll say a lot more crisp.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot more crisp.
It's like getting a new dollar bill. It, you know, just something feels a little better. It just, you know, same amount, but it feels different. Yeah.
You get a dollar bill from me, and it's going to be wadded up and ugly. You go to the bank, and it's all nice and slick and crisp. Yeah. We're playing a whole lot better in the second half on offense. Holly Springs lines up with trips right. King by himself in the backfield. He gets the snap. No, that's not King. That was number 3. That was number 3, Lumpkin. So he was in the shotgun by himself, and it didn't really go for anything but a loss. It's a 1-yard loss, second and about 11.
1 yard loss on that looked like it could have been possibly for more, and to only lose one. I know that sounds weird, but
trips right again. Holly Springs gets a snap. That's Lumpkin again in the back as a quarterback. He throws out to number 6 and catches it for about 4 yards. Wow, that is a good throw and catch, but the problem was Hervey was right there on him the whole time, didn't let him breathe. As soon as he caught it, he was drugged down. Third and 8, 3rd and 7.
Yeah.
Short 8, long 7. And, man, Holly Springs got to be frustrated. They have not moved the ball whatsoever. Their best play was a callback fake punt that went 65 yards.
And then we got the ball back and scored right after that.
Lumpkin's going to run around this way. He's swallowed up. The Water Valley defense is all over him. Cameron Sales turned him, and he ran. When he turned back, he turned into Grant and Nate and Paris, the whole crew, or Benson. Yeah, it was ugly. Yeah, 4th and 22. Look at this. We're going to be punting from the shadow of the goal, the end zone. It's got to be frustrating. Bud Tolbert is standing on the Hawk 40, the Hawks 40-yard line, ready to get this punt. High snap, but he gets it off quick.
Really high.
It was a good kick. He hit it left, and Bud just didn't get a good jump on it. It's going to roll and gets all the way down to the 42. But Water Valley still starts on the Hawk side of the 50.
Wow.
They're going to have a short field.
Man, if we're talking about field position, we have just,
destroyed.
Fortune, whatever you want to call it, have certainly had some wonderful opportunities tonight. And then Holly Springs has just gotten stuck with horrible field position. Of course, they've gone backwards, and our defense has helped them do that. But goodness.
They're not playing good against a good team.
No.
They're struggling. So,
got number 40 in now. Is it Brandon Washington, right?
That's Brandon.
Sort of playing that spot that Grant has been in and out of.
That's Hervey around the left side. Oh, wow. What a play right there, though. That was a great play by number 26 for Holly Springs. He just fought through the block the whole time until he got to Hervey and made the play. That was Roy Vaughn Jr. That's a 1-yard loss. 2nd and 11. All right, Brandon Washington in. That's Blaine Clark in, quarterback. He gets the snap, hands off to Hervey up the middle. Hervey's got some room.
Moving.
Man, he got it almost to the 35. He's right about the 36-yard line. So that'll be 3rd and about 5, 4, just shy of 5. It's probably, we'll call it 5.
Yeah, it's going to be closer to 5.
Oh, goodness. Oh, we're almost under 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in the 3rd. Blaine Clark sends man in motion. He's going to hum it down the field to Bud. Bud goes up. Oh wow. Good defense.
What a great defensive play. I mean, just knocked it out of his hand.
Well, he was double covered. I don't like what we're doing with Bud over there. I'm not the coach. I love our coach.
Yep.
But I would have Bud running post routes because their safeties are coming over. And if your safety is coming over, I would throw it on I would make the safety have to stop and then turn back and go the other way to cover him.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got a safety moving towards Bud, and Bud is moving towards him. throw it right then.
Yep.
Lead him by 10 feet.
Yep.
4th down, we're going for
Here
it.
we go.
Throw
There
out
you
to
go.
Bud. He's
Short,
got it.
short.
And that was that stop play that I've been looking for.
Yeah.
Bud just ran about a
And they gave him too much cushion
a
that time.
10-yard stop.
Yeah.
Ran out there 10 yards, stopped. They gave him all they could. They were, playing him deep.
They thought they were going to, hey, he's going to go back up again.
Right.
Looks like we got fog settled in the southwest or southeast corner down here.
Might be smoke. The baseball field lights on are over there. Might be somebody barbecuing. Or it might be barbecuing from the concession stand, but it's probably fog. Hervey gets the ball right up the middle. He gets a couple, maybe
down
3.
About the 11.
Down right. Down to the 11. Less than a minute to go. 50, 49, 48 in the third. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. If they turn those lights off at the baseball field, we probably wouldn't be able to see the players out here.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you what. Bob and I were talking about that at halftime. Whatever lights they've got on at the baseball field, they need to get some out over here. Man, those things are awesome.
So Blaine Clark in the ball game. Cahill in the slot puts him in motion. He's going to keep it himself right up the middle, Blaine Clark, and he still fights down to the 5-yard line.
That may be it for the third quarter.
Yeah, that's going to be it for the third quarter. 10, 9, 8. Won't be another play run. Clark comes out, Truss comes in, and that's the end of the third quarter. Score is 35-0 in favor of the Blue Devils. We'll be back for fourth quarter action in just a minute. You're watching Blue Devil football.
Something good is waiting for you at Van's Furniture and Laundry in Water Valley. Living room sets, bedding, sofas, and a great selection of furnishings for your home. Ashley, Simmons, Franklin, American, too many remarkable brand names to mention. 12 months same as cash and up to 24 months financing. Van's Laundry cleans all types of school and work uniforms. 10% discount to all military, first responders, and ministers. Van's Furniture and Laundry located in the same building in Cash Saver Shopping Center, Water Valley.
Coffeyville Insurance and Main Street Insurance offer a variety of insurance to meet you and your family's needs through such companies as Allstate, MetLife, AIG, Zurich, Drive By Progressive, plus many more companies. Tyler Wortham, Beverly Freer, Jan Wortham, and Marlene Guzman invite you to stop by for your home, auto, health, life, commercial, and motorcycle insurance needs. Coffeyville Insurance Agency on Depot Street, across from the bank, and Main Street Insurance in Water Valley, next to Valley Lumber.
Tri-Lake Eye Clinic is proud to support the Water Valley Blue Devils. Dr. Edwards and his staff realize that teamwork is important not only in sports but in bringing you the best eye care possible. Dr. Edwards is teamed with Zeiss VisuCam to bring the most advanced diagnostic imaging system to the area. The Zeiss OCT detects glaucoma, macular degeneration, and diabetic eye disease earlier than any previous instrument in eye care. Tri-Lake Eye Clinic, seeing in better so you can see out better.
The Grenada law firm of Horan & Horan specializes in criminal and civil law. Attorneys Kevin Horan, Jimmy Powell, and Brad Dagnall are ready and prepared to fight for your rights. They will explain today's complex legal procedures and provide individual attention. When you need experience and dedication, let them go to work for you. Contact them at 226-2185 or stop by 1500 Gateway in Grenada. A family practice since 1926.
All right, we're back and rolling with the football, about to try to punch it in again. The fog is settling, it's rolling in. Jacob Truss gets a snap. He's going to chunk it up to Bud in the end zone. Oh, it's tipped around and dropped.
He bobbled it away from himself.
Golly. He got away from the defender for a second and then turned. The ball hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't. Maybe the fog impeded his eyesight, his vision somehow.
Well, it's moving a little bit. I mean, you know.
That is the weirdest fog. It's not high. It's just about goalpost high, the bottom of the goalpost.
And it's just in the south end zone.
Right. Maybe a 1 acre spot. So Truss has got two guys back. Brandon Washington and Dre McCray. I think he gave it to Brandon Washington, who got down to probably the 3. Might have been Dre McCray. I
That
couldn't
was
tell who
McCray.
got the ball.
That's
McCray?
Dre. I believe, well, it seems to be a long.
They're a long way
farther
away in a fog in a dimly lit field. We'll be lucky if we find out who scored or if we scored or whatever. Yeah, we might just have to report back. We'll watch the scoreboard. Truss runs up under center and pushes it in himself. Is he in? They're going to mark him down short of the goal line. That brings up fourth down. Fourth down and about a football length. Oh. Heavy boys. We need the heavy boys. They're not. They're just going to line it up.
Make it happen.
Truss goes back under center. Same play. Just pushes his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Water Valley. 1 yard touchdown plunge for Truss.
Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And I hear a little excitement from across the field. The clock is continuing to run. Didn't know if y'all knew that. But usually it stops after a score, but it is running right now. 9:47 to go in the fourth quarter. And the clock is rolling. John Surratt ready for the extra point. Welch to hold. Burris gets a high snap. It's over his head this time. Welch just runs and dives on it. I mean, that's been getting, the snaps have been kind of high lately out of Burris. We got to work on that. 41-0, Water Valley in the lead. We'll take a break and be back for the kickoff right after this. You're watching Blue Devil football.
Coffeyville Insurance and Main Street Insurance offer a variety of insurance to meet you and your family's needs through such companies as Allstate, MetLife, AIG, Zurich, Drive-By Progressive, plus many more companies. Tyler Wortham, Beverly Freer, Jan Wortham, and Marlene Guzman invite you to stop by for your home, auto, health, life, commercial, and motorcycle insurance needs. Coffeyville Insurance Agency on Depot Street, across from the bank, and Main Street Insurance in Water Valley, next to Valley Lumber.
Complete Body Repair. They do headliner replacement, vinyl top replacement, air conditioner repair, lockout service, and most any other body repair your vehicle would need. Luke's Body Shop has 24-hour towing, free estimates for any job. Ask about their coast-to-coast carports, buildings, and garages. When you're in need of body repair, take your vehicle to Luke's Body Shop, South Main Street in Water Valley. Open weekdays 8 till 5.
All right, we're back. Fourth quarter. Blue Devils up 41-0. Bad snap on the extra point. It was not attempted. Dre McCray set to kick it off. He puts a foot into it. Another low line drive, fielded about the 3-yard line. Holly Springs is going to try to bring it. Flag on the play. Cedric White and like McIntosh maybe, or Hervey. Somebody. Maybe I think that was Jacob Truss. Jacob Truss pushes him out of bounds at the about the 25, 26-yard line, somewhere in there, but it's coming back. Chop, well, it's a block below the waist is what the call is. There's no chop block on the return game. I think that's what they called up in the box, but it's a block below the waist. It'll be 1st and 10, Holly Springs at about the 10. So literal, 1st and 10 from the 10. Blue Devils have run the clock again in a game. Bad snap. It's fumbled back in the end zone. He's trying to bring it out. It's going to be a safety. Water Valley. Wow. Snap just went off the right hand of the quarterback, King. And King couldn't handle it, and it went in the end zone, and when he picked it up, he looked, and there were 3 Blue Devil defenders in his face, and he was brought down in the end zone for a safety. That brings the score 43-0. We'll take a break and be back for the kick after safety right after this. You're watching Blue Devil football.
Something good is waiting for you at Van's Furniture and Laundry in Water Valley. Living room sets, bedding, sofas, and a great selection of furnishings for your home. Ashley, Simmons, Franklin, American, too many remarkable brand names to mention. 12 months same as cash and up to 24 months financing. Vans Laundry cleans all types of school and work uniforms. 10% discount to all military, first responders, and ministers. Vans Furniture and Laundry located in the same building in Cash Saver Shopping Center, Water Valley.
Valley Tool Incorporated of Water Valley, serving Yalobusha County for 2 decades, are proud supporters of Water Valley High School athletics. Valley Tool makers of fixtures, gauges, jigs, specialized tooling, precision grinding, production machining, and injected mold repair. Valley Tool with locations in the Industrial Park off of Highway 32 West and Railroad Street in Water Valley. Locally owned and operated by Casey Washington since 1997. Turnage Drug Store, the guardian of your health for over 110 years, is Water Valley's own locally owned pharmacy. Benny, Bobby, and the staff can help you with your prescriptions and over-the-counter meds. Turnages not only has medications you need, but gift items for your family. Stop in and set a spell and have something refreshing from the old-fashioned snack bar. Over 110 years of serving you and your family. Turnage Drug Store on Main Street in the heart of downtown Water Valley.
The Grenada law firm of Horan & Horan specializes in criminal and civil law. Attorneys Kevin Horan, Jimmy Powell, and Brad Dagnall are ready and prepared to fight for your rights. They will explain today's complex legal procedures and provide individual attention. When you need experience and dedication, let them go to work for you. Contact them at 226-2185 or stop by 1500 Gateway in Grenada. A family practice since 1926.
All right, we're back. They're going to punt the kickoff, which is what they do more in college. The ball is fumbled by Hervey. He picks it up and runs it around the right side, turns it back up the middle. It's going to be tackled at the 50.
Again, battle of field position is just, that may be the dominating storyline.
Well, you know, kicking after a safety, you're behind the 8 ball anyway,
right,
because
yeah.
You're having to kick from the 20 instead of the 35 or a 40 in high school. So, you know, you don't have to punt. You don't have to punt the ball. What the rule is in college, or the pros, you can't use a tee on after a safety. You can't use a tee because it's a free kick.
Right.
In high school and college, they'll let you use a tee, but most coaches elect to punt it because you can get better hang time.
Yeah.
So you could still get a 65-yard kick, but your coverage is down there to make a play.
Hopefully make a better play, right?
See, but at this level, unless you've got some All-American punter, I just don't get it. Water Valley has Dre McCray in at quarterback. Or is that, no, that's number 15. And Dre McCray is the running back.
It's number 15, Marion Morgan.
So some new jerseys coming in. So last week, Charleston, I talked to my buddy in Charleston. He said that Eupora just walked off the field. Fourth quarter, they were down. They were getting beat. 3 or 4 touchdowns, and he said there was still time on the clock. He looked up, and they're just walking across the field. They forfeited.
Wow.
Yeah. So Water Valley gets a snap, runs right up the middle. Ooh. Couple of licks he dodged, but he got the first down. Yeah. Wow. Morgan took a couple of glancing blows. Nothing solid.
Nothing solid. That's right.
Move the chains. 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the game. Norwood's in the game. King on the left side. Cedric on the far side. Trayvon in the slot. Oh, fumble snap. He just falls on it back at the 47-yard line.
It's not a bad thing, though. Just fall on it. Don't make a mistake.
Well, it's Dalton Higman is in at the line. Snap. He's the center. Marion Morgan has played about, 2 or 3 games this year already.
Yeah.
Malik Joy over here on the near side, receiver. See what Water Valley wants to do. Second and 8. 18. I'm sorry, second 18. We give it off up the middle. Ooh. Ball carrier's tackled immediately. That was looked like number 26. Was it 26? And we don't have a 26 on our roster.
Yeah, remember we wrote him down. This is my roster I left at home. Harris.
Yeah.
Harris, I believe.
Harris.
Chris Harris, maybe?
Something like that.
I wrote it down. It's on my roster that I left at home.
So third and about 17. Oh, Trayshawn, he fumbled it for a second, but he regained possession of the ball and made it back to about the original line of scrimmage, where it'll be fourth down and about 11. Fourth down and about 11. 2 minutes and 25 seconds. The clock is speeding. We'll be out of here and back home before midnight.
That's a good deal. With a
Possibly.
victory. With a victory. Depends on how much coffee we pick up on the way home.
Right. We may just have to pound the coffee. Stay away because this.
Get Bob some popcorn. He didn't get any at halftime.
We might get lucky now. Might be free after the game. That was his strategy all along.
I see it.
Blue Devils are going to go for it on fourth down. 4th and 11. Put a man in motion. Hand off to number 26, Harris again off the right side. And he didn't go, but maybe a yard. Turnover on downs. So 1 minute and 43 seconds left to go in the game. The Hawks will get to run a couple of plays, and then we'll put this one in the books. Yep. So the Devils are headed to 1-0 in regional play. We want to remind everybody, next week is homecoming. Come out and show your support for the Devils as we take on MS Palmer. Check out the replay, the broadcast on Channel 97 Max South on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock, and YouTube on Mondays. Type in the Water Valley versus Holly Springs. Holly Springs takes a snap and tackled in the backfield with a minute left in the game. I think they're just ready to get out of here like we are.
Yep.
I'm going to hand off to you, and you run into the big guy and go down. On 2, ready? Break.
Just don't break anything.
I mean, the line didn't even block hardly. They just stood up. And they just stood up again. Quick pass out to the slot. Second down. That's the longest play for the Hawks tonight from scrimmage. They picked up about, 12 yards. First down. That's their first down tonight, Chad.
Well.
First earned first down.
Right. They got one, I think, on a penalty maybe.
Right. So 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll run another play. They're going to throw it short to number 36 out here in the near side.
Ball game, I believe.
10 seconds in the game. That's going to probably be the last play. As the Hawks are walking off the field, the Blue Devils are walking the other way. That's the end of the ball game. Blue Devils take this one in Holly Springs, 43-0. Wow. Just the second half, though, was a little bit more exciting. Yeah. We'll be back for the recap, the Dunn's Country Store scoring summary right after this. You're watching Blue Devil football.
Water Valley, what a great place to live. And Fisher Properties, your home-owned real estate company, wants to help. Whether you are buying, selling, or just looking to rent, let Fisher Properties serve your real estate needs. Contact them at 473-4503. Come by 105 Railroad Street in Water Valley, or check them out on the web at fisherproperties.net. Let Fisher's real estate experience work for you.
Joe Black and Associates, public accountants located at 306 Railroad Street in Water Valley, are proud supporters of Water Valley Blue Devil athletics and academics. Black and Associates wish the best for the Devils not only on the field, but in the classroom, offering individual, business, and estate tax planning and tax preparation, electronic filing, payroll, and general accounting services. Telephone 473-1441 or 234-8921.
That's the secret phone.
The what?
Remember? I told you my dad's a shelter agent. When that phone rings, he rushes out to save the day. Whether someone's home or car gets damaged, my dad is always there to help. He has the coolest job ever.
Find your insurance superhero at shelterinsurance.com.
Get the insurance coverage you need at the right price. Call Cherie Jackson today.
MIDTOWN Auto Parts, your CarQuest dealer in Water Valley, has the parts you need for light and heavy-duty vehicles. Custom-made hydraulic hoses for the farm and heavy-duty equipment. 3- and 4-wheeler parts and small engine parts, too. MIDTOWN turns brakes and rotors. Check out their full line of K&N air filters. MIDTOWN Auto Parts in the middle of downtown Water Valley is now open 6:30 a.m. till 6 p.m., 6 days a week. It's MIDTOWN Auto Parts, the real parts store. The Blue Devil Scoring Summary is sponsored by Dunn's Country Store on Highway 32 West in the Silverina community. Features hickory smoked barbecue, hand-patted never frozen hamburgers, farm-raised catfish, and their cooked-to-order ribeyes served each Friday and Saturday nights.
All right, we're back. Holly Springs, Mississippi, Water Valley Blue Devils take this one, put it in the books 43-0. It's time for the Dunn's Country Store scoring summary. Chad, how did all the scoring go down?
Ooh, it's a long one. So with 6 minutes and 55 seconds left to go in the first quarter, number 22, Keldrick McIntosh, intercepted what we believe was a tip ball, but intercepted it, ran it in for a 4-yard touchdown. Number 41, John Surratt's PAT was good, bringing the score 7 for your Water Valley Blue Devils, 0 for the Holly Springs Hawks. In the second quarter, with 10 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, number 1, Blaine Clark, threw to number 5, Bud Tolbert. Bud took it in for a 27-yard touchdown reception. Again, John Surratt's PAT was good, bringing the score 14, Water Valley Blue Devils, Holly Springs Hawks 0. 3 minutes, 21 seconds left to go in the second quarter, first half. Number 1, Blaine Clark, again to number 5, Bud Tolbert. This time, Bud took it in for a 54-yard touchdown reception. John Surratt's PAT, again, was good. Bring the score to 21-0, and that's where we stood at halftime. Third quarter, getting the scoring started off pretty well. Our offense seemed to be firing on all cylinders, much more better. We did have one setback penalty. 8 minutes and 41 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Number 1, Blaine Clark handing off to number 10, Dre McCray. Dre took it in for a 16-yard touchdown run. Number 41, John Surratt's PAT was good, bringing the score to 28-0. With 5 minutes and 46 seconds left to go in the third quarter, Jacob Truss, number 16, Jacob Truss, to number 14, Paris Adams, a name we haven't called on offense like this yet, for a 1-yard touchdown reception. John Surratt's PAT was good, bringing the score to your Water Valley Blue Devils 35. Holly Springs Hawks 0. Then followed very quickly thereafter, number 16, Jacob Truss with a 1-yard QB keeper. That was in the fourth quarter. I did not actually get the time on that specific one. But Jacob took it in for a 1-yard QB keeper. PAT actually was no good. It was a little bit of a bad snap, bobbled snap, something, and we just recovered it. So the score was 41, Water Valley Blue Devils 0 for your Holly Springs Hawks. Then they're on defense, right back after that. With 7 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, and then after this, a running clock. We got a safety against number 2, the quarterback for Holly Springs, and brought the score to 43-0. And that is where we finished the game tonight at your Water Valley Blue Devils, scoring 43 and giving up 0. So certainly that's going to change our points allowed average again for next week.
Yep, and in the series against the Hawks, you know, we mentioned before the game that the Water Valley defense has only given up 1 touchdown against the Hawks in the last 12 quarters. We'll put 4 more on it.
So 16-0.
16 quarters, 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
And also says that the Holly Springs Hawks have been shut out 14 times in the series against the Blue Devils. Make it 15.
Yep.
Another shutout by the Devils, but I'm going to tell you what, the tale of two halves.
Yeah.
As far as our looking at our own self, looking in the mirror, you know, I don't want to kick a man while he's down, so we'll lay off the Hawks. But looking in the mirror, we came out in the first half and it just looked like the same old stuff: penalty, 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 blah, 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 and just not any emotion, nothing. Everything was dead. Second half, a little bit different story.
You know, and we noticed that, we got pretty quickly there in the beginning of the third quarter, we got I don't know, it was a 15-yard penalty.
On that scoring drive, right?
Yeah. And then we put it in gear and scored and, just completely shut down the Holly Springs Hawks after that as well. And something that certainly might be worth noting is we did get some of the younger guys. We got some new guys involved tonight, certainly even people that are great in what they already do. We've got some new guys involved and, probably willing to concede. That might have been a little bit of, the roughness in the first half. But, maybe in the second half we got some of these new guys in that don't get to play as much, and they, did well. So kudos to those young men as well.
And it's probably, I think, the first time that Holly Springs has been shut out this season.
Yeah. I believe that's true.
And after scoring 40 points a game, averaging 40 points a game, that's got to be a tough lick to take coming in here and not even getting close to scoring. Well, other than the fake punt that went for the touchdown but came back, obviously. Well, Water Valley's hopefully gotten a little more healthy tonight. I didn't see anybody go down, anybody get dinged up, so hopefully this was a good rest for some of the players, because next week
back home
we got homecoming and we got MS Palmer coming. We got a win we're 1-0 in the district, and also we're guaranteed a winning season now. We could lose out from here on out and have a winning season. Yep. Not that we don't even want to think about that.
No.
We want to go ahead and win out. That would be a great thing. But we'll be back in just a minute. We'll talk about MS Palmer and homecoming. You're watching Blue Devil football.
At Yalobusha General Hospital, we're not stuck in the past. We strive for excellence in everything from our highly trained staff to our top-notch patient care, as well as our one-of-a-kind physical therapy department. And with our recently updated facilities, you'll not only get the best in patient care, but the latest technology for the most accurate diagnosis and treatments. We're not afraid of the future. We're making it happen at Yalobusha General Hospital.
A better quality of care awaits you here at Yalobusha General Hospital.
If you're looking for a gift that is personalized, one of a kind, far from the ordinary, and reasonably priced, the Other Room has just what you're looking for. Custom orders for any occasion are Kay's specialty.
The Blue Devils win this one tonight, 43-0. Next week, homecoming at Bobby Clark Field. Going back home. I like home, man. I wish every game was home, Chad.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
But homecoming. The MS Palmer is going to be coming to town, and they are bringing with them now. They've only played 4 games, probably 5 tonight. We don't know I don't know how they did tonight, but they're 1-3 right now.
They were home tonight against Kahoma.
Against Kahoma AHS, and that I don't know. I'd be interested to see.
Probably is going to win that one,
right,
just based off the numbers we see, but. It's also early in the night. I've tried to check Twitter just to kind of peek at it, but, we're done early.
Well, in the last few years, usually Palmer was an easy win for us, and then the last 2 or 3 years, it got to be to where they had some interest. They had some size on offense. They had some big-time receivers. But if you could even remember last year, you were there.
Yeah.
It just seems like they're so out of control a lot of the time. Yeah. They get frustrated. The special teams aren't very good. They got 3 or 4 personal fouls. One of the coaches got a personal foul. So it just seems like that's always been an easy win in the last 10 or 12 years. But recently they've been putting up a little fight. But this year, according to their record, 1-3 is not very impressive. So. Maybe they're playing up. Maybe they've been playing a lot better talent this year. You never know. We really want to see that score from, tonight's game against Kahoma AHS. But I don't expect that they're going to come in and give us too much trouble especially after this week. We've come in and had basically somewhat of a little I call it a break. Yeah. I mean, this was the closest thing to an off week that you can get, really. Holly Springs just had a bad night, and they were outmanned to begin with, so the Blue Devils did not spend a whole lot of energy. It was more of a practice-like atmosphere tonight. What do you think? Next week, homecoming?
Yeah, I like homecoming. I always remember Coach Mike Hill there at Mantachi. He was just a super, super guy, still alive. I've seen him Probably been a couple of years since I've seen him, but one thing he used to always talk about is about being the homecoming queen. You never wanted to play the team that you were their homecoming. But
Right.
I think a lot of schools have really kind of moved away from that, and homecoming is about, it is about celebration. It's about the pageantry. It's about coming home again as well. And so for us, I think we have certainly a great opportunity to hopefully start out our District 2-0, kind of get on a little bit of a roll, because we certainly know that there's a couple of teams that are looming fairly large and right at the end of the year for us. And
That's right.
we don't want to overlook anybody, not any team at all. I think we did take Holly Springs seriously here tonight, and certainly showed, especially a little bit more with the focus in the second half. But, for us, hopefully get some of our men healthy and be firing on all cylinders within another, few weeks, hopefully.
And I think that's the most important thing. I told Embry before the game, if you're going to have some injuries, if you could place them anywhere within the year, week 4, 5, and 6 would probably be the time to get them, because
Right.
everybody's going to be back before you start getting too deep into, district play and all that. So you want them ready for playoffs, and it looks like we're headed that way. So.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, the Blue Devils tonight take it on home 43-0. Next week, we will see you guys at Bobby Clark Field. For Bob Murphree and Chad Franks, I'm Steve Lindsay. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.
Water Valley Blue Devil football has been brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Yalabushia Hospital and Nursing Home, Turnage Drug Store, Valley Tool Incorporated, Farm Bureau Insurance, Tri-Link Eye Clinic, Luke's Body Shop, Black & Associates, MIDTOWN Auto Parts, Coffeyville Main Street Insurance, Crow Martin P. LLC, C.W. White Incorporated, Horan & Horan P. LLC, Fisher Properties, Shelter Insurance, Vans Furniture and Laundry, and Mechanics Bank. Water Valley Blue Devil football has been a production of Murphree Productions.